Nigeria is an oil-producing country, but most times we see its citizens buying solar panels, leading due to frequent extended power outages, high and rising electricity tariffs, and the increased cost of fuel for generators following the removal of fuel subsidies and the recent tax on petroleum products. Nigerians have been seen to choose solar energy as it offers reliable alternatives that provide long-term cost savings, energy independence, and environmental benefits, making it a practical solution for both households and businesses. In this video, we will explore which is cheaper between solar energy and petroleum generators, plus paying for electricity bills month in, month out. We'll talk about the long-term gains and the short-term gains as well. And we'll talk about the most pocket-friendly options for you to get started today. So if it's your first time on our channel, consider clicking the red subscribe button and turn on the notification icon so you do not miss out on future videos from the channel. There has been economic factors like the high cost of generators. The removal of fuel subsidies has significantly increased the price of gasoline, making generators more expensive to operate. There have been increases from the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, which have made grid electricity a less affordable option. Despite the initial investment, solar energy may lead to significant long-term savings on fuel and electricity bills. The nation's electricity grid frequently fails to meet the nation's energy needs, leading to a constant search for alternatives. Consistent power. Solar systems provide a more reliable and consistent power supply for both essential appliances and businesses. Decentralized solutions like solar energy offers off-grid solutions for remote communities that are expensive to connect to the national grid. It reduces pollution and creates jobs in the solar manufacturing sector and installation, leading to less reliance of Nigerians on other products. We will be talking about the benefits of using solar products over petroleum generators and comparing everything and so on and so forth. Solar energy in Nigeria is transitioning from a niche to a necessary source, as homes and business seek reliable power in a country where the grid often fails to meet demand. Nigeria grid has up to 16% gigawatt of total installed capacity, yet production is often about 1/3 of that. More than 80 million people still lack access to electricity, and even those with connections face frequent power outages. In this context, solar panels and batteries are not just a more sustainable energy solution, they are practical, and as of 2024, Nigeria had around 385.7 megawatts of installed solar capacity after adding 63.5 megawatts that year, putting the country fourth in Africa for solar adoption. Nigeria's energy needs and power in reality. The natural gas dominates Nigeria's energy mix, accounting for roughly 3/4 of generation, with hydropower accounting for most of the rest. The system underperforms for several known reasons, including gas supply constraints, aging infrastructure, and transmission bottlenecks. The result is chronic and outages, with a heavy reliance on backup generators needed. Electrification is rising but unevenly. The World Bank estimates that 85% of urban Nigerians had access to electricity in 2023, but this drops to just 3% in rural areas. These pressures are precisely why solar energy in Nigeria is gaining momentum, especially where the grid is weakest. Nigeria's climate commitments rely on solar energy. Nigeria has also set clear climate and development markers that heavily rely on solar power growth. In its updated nationally determined contribution, the country targets a 20% emission reduction by 2030 on its own and 47% reduction with international support The government's energy transition plan outlines a net zero goal by 2060 and leads on renewables, particularly to expand access while trimming fuel imports. Solar power in Nigeria aligns with both aims and reduces the health and economic cost of diesel reliance. Then what about the potential for solar power in Nigeria? Nigeria's landscape makes it ideal for solar power and power. Coastal areas range from roughly 4 to 5 kilowatts per hour per square meter every day, while the far north reaches 5.5 kilowatts per hour per square meter or more. The World Bank's Global Solar Atlas shows broad swaths of the country with annual global horizon irradiation above 2000 kilowatts per hour, ideal for fixed tilt PV arena. Estimate that the country can reach approximately 210 gigawatts of technical solar potential by utilizing only 1% of the suitable land. The current deployment of solar system and momentum. The African Solar Industry Association latest outlook places Nigeria among Africa's top movers, with its 3.5 megawatts installed in 2024 and 384 5.7 megawatts installed by year end. That number is still small compared to the country's need and accounts for less than 2% of its energy mix. However, it shows that growth in solar energy technology is happening and signals green market traction in rooftop, commercial and industrial systems, as well as mini grids. For example, the Rural Electrification Agency's programs have accelerated the mini grid market and sales of standalone solar systems. By early 2025, the World Bank have found that approximately 125 mini grids have been developed and more than 1 million home solar systems had been sold under the programs. This provided electricity access to roughly 5 million Nigerians and created over 5,000 private sector renewable energy related jobs. There have been the social and economic impacts of this. Solar mini grids provide a reliable energy supply, which translates to real world quality of life improvements. A 2024 study of customers in Kenya and Nigeria found that mini grid connections improved productivity, income, health, safety, and gender equality while cutting kerosene use. The median income of Kenyan participants quadrupled, and Nigerian side also showed gains in jobs and enterprise opportunities, despite facing macroeconomic headwinds. On the economic side, unreliable power is expensive. The World Bank estimates that Nigeria loses 5 to 7% of its GDP each year due to poor electricity, amounting to roughly $25 billion. Companies must scale back production, waste time due to outages, and incur the expense of expensive backup power generators. Households and small businesses spend an average of 12 billion each operating these generators yearly. If you watch this video to this point, kindly click the red subscribe button and turn on the notification icon before you move over to the next video on our channel. Don't forget to stick around and I'll see you in my very next video.